There we go. Alright. I do want to pin this. Hide for myself. Alright. Let me just do this real quick. Because I want to test some. I kind of want to do some slight testing. Okay. Okay, now the reason why I was saying, like, I was wanting to do some testing is because, last time when I did because last stream that I did, which I think it was yesterday, I had a bit of a weird situation that happened where, for some odd reason, my place, for some odd weird reason, okay, my, my PlayStation chat stuff was not showing everything directly from my Twitch stuff. So, for those that are kind of wondering and everything, like, because I stream usually on Twitch, I have like everything that would normally be going on, that would normally be seen like in the chat box on the right side of the stream and everything. That would be from what's going on mainly in Twitch, like someone actually managed to send the message thing through, and all that stuff. But for some odd reason, I don't know why this was a thing, but at some point in time, my stream, well, not well, for some odd reason, my chat stuff wasn't showing up on stream, and thus I had to literally go to my PC side of things to check and make sure, like, if I wasn't missing anything. Which, unfortunately, I will say that I was. Like, I was, like, there was stuff that it wasn't, like, there was stuff that was showing, that wasn't showing, that was coming through that wasn't showing on here. So, like, I had to, had to literally, like, look at my pop-out chat and, test things out that way. So, yeah, and so what I did, even though, like, you guys can't be able to see it, from, like, the stream chat and everything, but, I kind of decided to randomly make a little, I kind of decided to, like, randomly make a little message post, and I made a little message post, and I decided to pin it, I decided to pin it on my chat, so that way, just in case anyone comes in, and, and whatnot, and I'm not aware of, like, presence, the presence and all that, then, hopefully it'll explain things to people. But anyway, so, with that all being said, everything like that, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get started. So, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to an early installment, a very early installment of Elden Ring Night Rain. So, the reason why I'm doing the stream so early in hand is because I'm not really doing much of anything. I'm not really, like, tired or anything like that, And I was just like, you know what? Why don't I try and start? Why don't I try and get a little bit of a head start um, on my next little, like, stream plan idea and go from there. So, yeah. And actually, yeah, today I'm gonna be trying to do another little playthrough of Night Rain, also known as Elden Ring Night Rain, and I'm going to be trying to, at most, play as another character in the game. So yeah, that's the kind of, like, so yeah, that's the plan. And sorry, for hearing my voice double. I just wanted to check my stream and everything like that, just see how I was looking and sounding. But but yeah, so to try and explain things a little bit, I'm kind of doing a bit of a thing where I'm playing through Elden Ring Night Rain, and I'm playing hopefully through the main, like the main bosses and stuff like that. And I'm trying to play with at most all the characters in the game. Yeah, so I'm trying to play through like all the characters in the game and everything. Um, I think the first time I did this, I technically was trying to play as Guardian Solaire, but I don't remember if I actually, like went through it or not, because I kind of remember like trying to do this at one point in time, because I was kind of like waiting for when duos were going to become a thing. So, there was that. Um, I don't know if I did like a full run of the game with Iron Eye, but so we'll kind of put that as a question mark, question mark, question mark. And then I did a bit of a thing where I played, and I do remember, like, I did do a playthrough of the game as the Onion Raider here in duos mode, because I wanted to do like a little random thing where it's like I did a playthrough where it's like the Night Rain adventures of a Raider and a Rando, and I did all that. And then the last time I did a playthrough of the game, I did a full run as Duchess. So yeah, and that's excuse me. Mm. And so I was kind of thinking to myself, like, who do I want to try out next? Because because there's 8 characters in total. I played through a few of them, and the one that kind of hit me was maybe trying to do a Wilder run. Now, when it comes to Wilder, I have some experience with him. Like, I have like a decent understanding with how he is, and all that stuff. So I figured at most, I would try and run through of the game with him. And of course playing it with randos. So like like Wilder and all the other characters, he has a passive ability, character skill, and an ultimate art. So the passive ability is called Sixth Sense, so as you can see, cheat death a single time. So I believe that what happens is, you'll get a bit of a thing that you'll see up on your feed or your HUD. Um, see if I can show it out. Show it off. So if you look on the HUD, if you look at the HUD, where it has like the level or like my level and the FP or the HP, FP, and stamina. Right next to the amount of flask I have is a little like icon thing. So I believe like what happens is if you get to low health where you would where you would die and everything like that, I think that that thing kind of procs and you get like you kind of get knocked back a little bit to kind of try like save yourself from going down like right away. But it does come back over time. I don't know how long it takes, but I just know that stuff. Um, and yeah, it can be kind of useful, but also it can be kind of risky because there has been times where it's like because there have been times where it's like like you're doing the thing and all of a sudden like you get hit and then like the Sixth Sense ability gets active and you get knocked back, and sometimes you get knocked back in like say like a store like into the storm or something like that, and you goes down and you go down right away. So character skill is called Claw Shot. What happens is you pretty much do that. It's pretty much like a little way to it's pretty much like a little way to like kind of like prepare yourself forward in a sense. And also you can be able to like sometimes latch on to enemies and either like pull them towards you or you get pulled towards them. And if you do it just right, you know, like when you're on the move, you can kind of do like a little thing where like you use the claw shot, and you know put yourself forward. You can kind of get like a little bit of a, and then like you jump at one point, you kind of get like a little bit of a like a little bit of a leap per se. And then the ultimate arc for Wilder is called Onslaught Stake. So I'm trying to think like if it's I'm trying to think about which weapon at hand is. I think it's like this one or something. So he kind of has like this little like thing on his hand, like attached to his arm or something like that. And what you do is like, it's kind of like a I kind of want to like I want to say it's kind of like a cannon, like a mini cannon thing or something like that. You know, and you just at first like you just charge it up a little bit, and then you know you boom, you know, hit the enemy and all that. And sometimes they can kind of stagger them, maybe get like a little crit and stuff like that. It could be pretty useful, and especially like you know with certain you know like passive effects and all that, you can be able to do quite a bit with that. So yeah. Now I'm going to show off the relics that I have because I kind of had like a little bit of a I've been kind of like playing around with this a little bit, and I think I found like a decent little setup. So you know this is kind of the thing, you know, here if you want to, you know, pause and, you know, look at it and everything, but I'm going to explain everything one by one. So the first and third relic things come from Wilder's Remembrance. So the first thing we got is Wilder's earring. So it is a red relic that you can be able to get, and it has two things specifically made for Wilder, and one that could be used for anyone overall. So, yeah. So the first thing about it is that it has +1 additional character skill use. So basically, you can be able to do 2 claw shot moves, you know, and everything, which is kind of nice. Second thing is art activation spreads fire in areas. So when you do your ultimate arc move, it has it has some fire effect, kind of like spreads her out in like an AoE type of thing, you know, which could be helpful in some situations. And then you have stamina recovery upon landing attacks, so you'll be able to, you know, get some recovery on your stamina basically whenever you manage to get a successful attack on an enemy. So there's that. Next up is Grand Luminous Scene, which is a yellow relic. I had something different at one point because I think it was only like a 2-part thing, like 2 effects, but I managed to find a decent one. I had that, you know, it was pretty good. So, well, the first thing is standard attacks enhanced with a fiery follow-up using character skill. So basically, what happens is if you if you have that ability and you do this, and you follow up with like, you know, like a normal R1 attack, you can be able to have like a little bit of a fire, some fire on your sword. Now, the thing is though, is that this only works on Greatswords. You can't be able to use it for like any other weapon besides that. Which I guess is, to be fair, you know, because like Wilder's technique, if you will, is using Greatsword. Like he's known for using Greatswords, like Duchess is with katana, not katanas, knives. The second one is improved guard counters. You know, that could be that's the little thing, and +2 in arcane. Now, I never really do much in terms of like guard counters all the time, where it's like, like I'm blocking and the enemy hits me and then I do like a little follow up or something like that. But it was one of the better relics, especially for the yellow slot. And then we got the silver tier, which is a another red relic, but in this case the thing that I'm using, which is Wilder Chalice, it has a red slot, a yellow slot, and a white slot, where the white slot is pretty much going to be a freebie slot. Like, you can use any color that you have. So, with this one, it's another Wilder Remembrance relic that you can be able to get. And I'm willing to spoil this right now. So, 3, 2, 1. So, when you have this equipped and you fight the final boss, you can actually be able to get a Wilder specific ending using the silver tier. So, yeah. But yeah, so art gauge greatly filled when the ability is activated. Yeah, that's a nice little thing. And you also got +3 on arcane and also +3 on ultimate art gauge. So supposedly, like, the higher your ultimate art gauge thing is, the more you can go get it faster and all that stuff. So we're gonna probably be using that ultimate art quite a bit here and there. Kind of depends on the situation, but that's how it is. Excuse me. Now, for weapons and stuff, Wilder's got a Greatsword that has the stamp uppercut maneuver. Where it has like a little stance and just kind of like you can like pancake an enemy up into the air. And he's got a small shield which has buckler parry. I don't really use it. I'm not really known to do a whole lot of parrying with shields. I just either just hold my thing, like kind of like how just like block with my weapon, and then go from there. But some people might play around with it, some might not. I'm just saying that's how I do it. And I guess the last thing I could probably show is all the garbs and stuff like that. So, excuse me. So this right here is Wilder's base attire. Giving like a knight type feel. I'd say like Wilder's a bit more on the Dark Souls side, in my opinion, but then of course we got a Dawn outfit and a Darkness outfit. Now, Dawn and Darkness are pretty much going to be like the ones that you can be able to get for any other characters. Granted, of course, if you have enough of the current in-game currency. This right here is Wilder's Remembrance, which you can be able to get for completing his Remembrance thing in full. This is what I got on, which is the Abyss Walker. I think it's from Dark Souls 3. And then you got Lion Knight. I was on to play around with this for a little bit. I was on to kind of like have this be my main, but I was like, I kind of like this one, so I decided to go with that. So, there you go. Now, the idea, just like when I did with just when I did my playthrough with Duchess and and everything, even with Raider. So the idea is we're starting things off with the Tricephalos boss and going all the way down to the Knight aspect, aka the final boss. Now the idea for the most part is I'm gonna be trying to do this. I'm gonna be trying to do this in trios. So I'm gonna be queued up with random people, and everything. Don't know what to expect, but that's kind of I guess that's kind of like the beauty of it, if you will. And I kind of decided that what I'm gonna try and do at most is if we have those moments where someone decides to rage quit, because it has happened quite a bit, especially like in my some of my previous runs and all that. If one person quits, then I'm just gonna try and continue I'm just gonna try my best to continue the run with the other person. However, if if both of the randos end up leaving, then I am going to leave. I'm gonna leave myself. Now, the only other little exception, if you will, is let's say there's a rando who is pretty much AFK, going throughout the entire time. Like say as soon as we get into the game, we land. If they ain't moving for a certain period of time, then I will most likely leave the world, aka that session. Same thing goes if both of my teammates are going to be AFK for so long, because I do not want to have to deal with fucking dead weight. So, yeah. But yeah, so we're going to start things off with Tricephalos, see how much we can do there. Now, another little ruling thing that I'm kind of doing is, like, say, if I can't get a successful run as Tricephalos, in the Tricephalos boss, for example, then I am not going to log the stream, and I'll just try it again another time, and then everything, and just kind of the idea is hopefully trying to be able to get like some sort of very successful run with at least one boss or two at most. So, yeah. But yeah, like I was definitely like kind of debating on like who I wanted to try and do next, because randomly, but funny enough, like I kind of wanted to like try my luck on doing an executor run, because I have like a nice little loadout thing for him. And then I was thinking to myself like, well, there's executor, and then there's revenant and recluse, which I know those are going to be quite the interesting runs per se. And see if we can actually get into a fucking session. Because for some reason, like sometimes, like whenever you're trying to queue up for a session, it lingers for so fucking long that you just end up getting the ability to just like cancel the run. So. Speaking of Revenant, looks like one of our teammates is going to be a Revenant. Okay. So we got two Wilders so there's two Wilders and a Revenant. Doughboy and Capitan. But yeah, as you saw on the little like cutscene thing, he's got like a thing on his like left arm. It's gonna be our boot. I guess you can say it in a way, right? Like it's gonna be kind of like our little boomstick, even though it's not a shotgun or a double barrel shotgun or whatever. Alright, so normal normal map, no shifting earth. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that. So yeah, like I said, pretty much doing all that, make sure, doing the little fiery attack thing, kind of like make sure your weapon as like a temporary, fire infused weapon. I'll take that for the destructive attack negate damage. Alright, level 2. Okay. That's going to have a Crystallian Alliance boss. Because one way you can know for sure about like, what kind of boss it's going to be in the castle thing like this is by those like magical magical raindrops. We'll call it that. Okay. Open this up. Magic Grease. Bull Crab. I was about to say, like, where the fuck is the thing? Alright, go put the Greatsword here. Level 3, not gonna be able to use it. Gonna get that. Open this up. See what kind of stuff is here. Got Ronnie's dark. Ronnie's dark moon. Yeah, just for the hell of it, I think I'm gonna take that. Okay, so there's a church over here. We'll get a flash charge. So we can go from 3 to 4. From 3 to 4. That. Like that. Whenever you find these boluses, it's pretty much going to be a thing where it's like, you want to take them out, you pretty much want to nom on them immediately. Because apparently, this is just like from what I've seen and like I've seen and read and all that. But apparently, like if you consume those as soon as you get them, they pretty much act like permanent buffs. So I think it's pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Ooh, Sigurd Inseparable Sword. Well, that could be useful for Tricephalos boss, because it is weak to, because its main weakness thing is holy. And apparently okay. I was about to say, like, where the fuck is the, I was about to say, like, where the fuck is the Revenant at? But apparently they were, up top. Ow, ow! Alright, fuck off, you damn. Like, bad doggy. Yeah, so if you can have like two great swords at most, you can build pretty much be able to power stance something, like used to, use them both together and shit. And we got troll boys because we heard the roar, heard the roar. Alright, so what we got down here? And dead. Ooh, another good sword. I'll take that. Oop. Oh. Ooh, there's the blood. Even though it's a katana, but I'll still take it. Okay, so I gotta get to plus. I gotta get to level 7 at most before I can be able to use some of these other weaponry. Just make our skills. I think I'll do that. Holy shit, what the fuck's going on with my pop-out chat? It's going all kinds of batshit crazy. Holy shit. I go check them on, I go check on my PC side and everything like that. Next thing I know is like I'm seeing like I think my thing just spazzing out like it's caught in not responding weird cycle or something. Ow! could not move because I got fucking... I was fucking stun locked due to the fucking fire. Thank you. Ow, can't see. That's cheating. I couldn't be able to fucking see because I was too busy trying to fucking, you know, make sure my chats, my Twitch stats stuff was working. Okay, no scarabs under here. The one thing I would always recommend people is if you see a little thing like this, if you see a thing like this in your runs, always check underneath because sometimes there could be a scarab in there. Yeah, and like when you kill a scarab, you can be able to get a random talisman. And it's so random, you never know exactly what the fuck you're gonna get. Okay, there's Doughboy. And there's Revenant. Okay, so we're going to be getting Demi-Human Queen and the Sword Master. Little man's down. I think I done did it too late. I think we done did it too late to use the old pickle foul foot. Level 8. So now I can go use everything that I have. And the other wall I got there, which will open. I think runes are strong. Why not? I guess we're going back to the castle. You know, in a randomized way though, there are a couple of places I want to go, so I kind of want to go here. I want to open up this. The one thing I want to do is I want to open up the Sorcerer's Rise at most, and then I want to try and go to the other church to get another flash charge. That's Black Knight Assassin. Take care of this because that's not the thing. That's the blue one. Get that. I'm gonna go out here. Think about getting another, like, having a little charge, more flash. The more charges that you get, the more heals you're gonna have. Checking around there. I got 5. You know, I know most people wouldn't dare take the, even though I know most people wouldn't dare take a bewitching branch, but in the right hands, it's right, like, you know, random enemies, it could be useful. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to go here real quick, see what kind of stuff we can get. Because since it's a coal area, I think it's either going to be like ancient heroes or more. It's going to be like either ancient heroes or more, or it's going to be Avaloric archers. I'll take stamina, or raise stamina recovery, whatever we'll call it. Alright. Now, we should be able to go up here, since also it's in the circle as well. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be some more. really hate when it does that move. Alright, that's one. Probably been no one over here. Again, I hate when it does that. You should not be allowed to do that move. And that. Oh hey, you got a fucking... Hey, you got himself a jellyfish shield. Hello? Yes, let me kill all these because, you know, they're here. Raise poise. Ah, so it's a magma worm. If I can get up there, that'd be much appreciated. Lava. Wow, that's bullshit. Ow! I was trying to fucking get like, switch my weapon and also heal. Death Poker. I want to get that because I think I'm honestly good with my stuff. Yeah, I think I have like a nice. I think I have like a nice setup. Oh, hello, Lisa Gaming. Ah, okay. One of those situations, I see. Yeah, what's this? Family Head, Exalted Flesh. So, hold on. Yeah, let's do that. Not follow, not following bots or anything like that. Like that's obvious. That's clearly bait. Nice try. Anyway, now I'm gonna go over here. Ew. Yeah, have fun with that. Ow. Game, I'm jumping up there. I'm timing it just right. Seriously, game? Ow. Well, even though the game was cheating by that shit, but can you guys get out of my fucking way? I can't bother like. Wow, game. I can't bother fucking like reset my shit because all those fiery zombie things were in the fucking way. And now I'm going to go into this with this battle with no heals. Like, geez, thank you, game. Bullshit. Come here. Ow! That was cheap. I couldn't do anything. Like I said, knowing the fact is like I couldn't go to fucking, like reset the grave. That was cheap. Ow! That was an exploit. I don't care what anyone says. That was an exploit. That should not have hit me. I was moving. I was dodging. In fact, I still have not gotten a fucking refill. Game, why did you send me that way? Yeah, nice try, bitch. Yeah, here. Bullshit, that should not have hit. Like, none of these should be hitting me. All of them are exploits. I don't care what anyone says. That should not have hit. There we go. Fuck you and the horse you rode out. Alright. Alright, so switch things out a bit. I'll take that. And yeah, these relics are probably going to be, you know, like my thing throughout. So yeah, random little thing. I didn't know that you could be able to look at your teammates' relics that they have. So I think it's pretty cool. Ow. got him. Alright, so first boss went pretty well. The idea that I have at most is I want to try and maybe get like a little bit of a head start on things. You know, so that way I can be able to, you know, have like like a nice little progress and start and all that. But yeah, so random little thing for people who don't know. When you get messages like this person where it's like, hey, I'm a streamer, you know, it's just the timing, honestly. Well, first off, hey Hat, how you doing? Cool to see you, my friend. And also, you get the one thing you should know about me, Hat, is I have a lot of free time on my hands. So, yeah. But it's good to see you nonetheless, though. But anyway, as I was saying before all that, I've said this before and I say it again, Hatter, but yes, I'm a guy. Yes, I have someone who has a lot of free time on my hands. That's why I often do streams at the craziest times sometimes, because because I wasn't really doing much of anything, and you know, and I wasn't like tired or all that. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start my little thing early and go from there. Maybe get like a little bit of a head start on stuff. So yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying, and everything, so when it comes to like someone following a channel and be like, hey, I'm a streamer too, like feel free to like add me on Discord, talk, let's talk and all that stuff. Usually that's one of those like bot accounts or just someone who, who's like, trying to be, who's trying to like, get too personal or something like that. It's pretty much a red flag account type of thing. It's like somebody you never want to see. Donny G, what's up? What's up, man? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today and everything. And a hail to you too. Yeah. Apologies. I was kind of explaining something that happened earlier in the stream. Basically, kind of talking about a quote unquote a bot account type of thing, or someone would be like, or like a spam account. So, yeah, it's good to see you though, Donnie. How you been? Hope you're doing well and everything. I almost have 337 hours in this game, and I thought I lost my data. Just got it recovered. Oh man, I'm glad that someone managed to get everything covered. I honestly don't know how many hours I got on this game, other than just a lot. Yeah, indeed, that is some good news. Yeah, I keep even though like I can't bother use Thunderball and bolt on bows. We started from scratch yesterday. Oh, so you had to like, I guess like what, you had to like make a new profile thing for Night Rain? I guess I can, make sense of it, 'cause, and all that, but, yeah. Was enjoying it, but the thought of getting all those rugs again was straight ass feeling. Oh yeah, I can imagine. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't like make multiple profile things on that ring, because it's like, because like it's a different little beast from from like main Elden Ring, right? So it's like, it's like, just like playing different characters, having to do all that shit again. So that's pretty much why I only have like one profile thing on Night Rain. And I just do like a thing where it's like, gonna try to swap from PS5 to the PS5 Pro. Ah, yeah. For me, I'm still on PS4, which I know, like probably someday in the future it'd be like, oh, PS4 is outdated, should upgrade and all that. But I don't really want to have to really worry about that. Besides, it's kind of a special little thing I can be able to do to somehow actually be able to play certain games, especially like, getting, online multiplayer to work and all that. So, but yeah, when it comes to Night Rain, for me at least, yeah, I only have like one main little like save thing, and I just like, play with all the stuff that I got, and just go from there, because why bother, making a new thing, just, to try and get all the relics and stuff again when I have it all in one thing. I get you. Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's like, and I don't know exactly as to what you can do, but like sometimes you can't always be able to get it. But yeah, I guess since I got the first boss, everything like that, I guess I can kind of explain what's going on here for not only you, Donnie, but for you as well, Hat. Even though like I'm pretty sure you might have seen like stuff before. So, but yeah, so what I'm pretty much doing is I'm pretty much doing just like another little playthrough, just for funsies, more or less, and all that, because I'm doing a bit of a thing where I'm trying to play as some, if not all, of the characters in this game. I'm trying to go from like the first boss, which is just, which is the three-headed doggo that I just took on, all the way down to the final boss, and everything like that, because why not? I just want to kind of like see how things are with like playing certain characters, see what kind of like what kind of runs I get, expeditions, all that stuff. Ran through 3 night before they got off, so I go away, but I was working back up at a decent pace. Oh, nice. At least you got some progress. So, but but yeah. So I'm doing a bit. So yeah, I'm currently doing my little like a little playthrough thing as Wilder. I think I got like I I'm not gonna say like I'm the best Wilder out there, but like I know some shit when it comes to this character. I bet got a nice little understanding for him and everything like that. And speaking of relics, I guess I can go ahead and kind of just show this off again. So, you want to beat Everdark Gladius? I'm trying to think. What, I can't always remember what the fuck the names are. Than just like what the was like. But remind me again, which one is Gladius? Oh, oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I'm a dumbass because I always just refer to I always often refer to these bosses as, what they're called, like here, like, Tricephalus, Gaping Jaw, Sentient Path, Augur, and all that stuff, so, yeah. Yeah, I remember whenever I, like, actually fought uh, Everdark Gladius. Um, I think I managed to do it on my second attempt, because eh, with a name like that, how can anyone remember off the top of their heads? So, yeah, no worries there. But yeah, I remember, whenever I did Everdark, Tricephalus, so, I hope you guys don't mind a little, like, random chit-chat type of moment, but, um, so, so I was trying it out on my own, and I was playing in a trio with randos, and I think that at one point in time, I can't remember if it was like that boss on the first attempt I tried, or what. Who did that? Oh, hey Onyx. Nice to see you, friendo. Well, I mean, anyway, but but yeah, so yeah, so yeah, so pretty much in a nutshell, like I met someone originally. Thank you, Onyx. Thank you. Yeah, so basically in a nutshell, I met someone in Night Rain. Didn't know exactly as to, I didn't really know him that much, but we queued up in a random in expedition and all that. We had a little chit chat here and there, and then they somehow managed to beat the boss on their end, and I was streaming on my end, and everything, and I was like, I wanted to try and like, get it done and everything, so I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna have my little attempt of it. And they was like, hey, I got time for one more game, so if you want to queue up or whatever, we can do that, and try to get the boss done for your end. And I was like, sure. So they invited me to a session. We queued up on a rando, and that's how I managed to get the boss taken care of. And I talked about this in that stream, but like, even though Everdark Tricephalus is definitely harder than the main one, um, I didn't really have like that big ass annoyance or gripe for that boss compared to like all the others. Especially knowing the fact that that we had this motherfucker as as the previous Everdark Sovereign boss beforehand. So it was. I would almost say it was somewhat like a palate cleanser in a sense, but you know. But anyway, so yeah, so we got this boss done. So now we're going to try out Gaping Jaw and hope for the best. If we can go get these two bosses done, then yeah. If we ever beat Liber Everduck, I think it's just him and Augur I've yet to beat. Yeah, yeah, I had a crazy little encounter with my first time beating Libra. I didn't know 100% for sure, but like I I talked about this with Onyx, but like I had someone who was playing as Iron Eye, and they literally were like going rogue. They're like it was literally going around killing everything, and we got so high level, so and everything. So Sacred Relic Sword and cheese the NPCs. Yeah, for my encounter, like the first one, I had a Iron Eye that apparently was able to one shot a lot of bosses, and I didn't know for sure if they had like that one weapon that made it to where you could like get like a whole crazy ass buff or what. But like I just remember like, oh, like they managed like just to span the bejesus out of the jar cannon and everything, and I think they used that for Everdark Libra. So there was that, and then I was like, I kind of want to try another situation, try like another moment, if you will, I've got basically two wins on Everdark Libra under my belt, regardless of how the first one might have went. But yeah, I hope you're doing well though, Onyx. I know probably you're like wondering like why the hell am I streaming so damn early and all that stuff, but as I said, like I got just a guy who has a lot of free time on his hands, and I wasn't really tired or anything like that. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try something on stream, and maybe get like a head start. So here we are. Yeah, you could say that. I got Fort Greatsword. Vibing, doing a lot of thinking. Becoming a thinking man's person. I'm seeing. Hey, monkey. Oh yeah, I remember the post that you talked about that. Yeah. Hopefully everything gets situated pretty soon. Like. Little foul foot. Yeah, that's right. I could have gone over here, or could have gone over there. Gotcha. Time to weed out the place. Uh-oh. Eek! I hate when that shit happens. With them giant ass weeds. Let me check things real quick, because I want to see if there's a certain little area over here. Okay. Yeah, so I've kind of learned in a sense that if there's a certain little spot in these little areas, then there's a chance you can be able to find this little area. So yeah, you can go sometimes get some decent stuff in a way. Ah, look who it is. Look who's over there. Out on her little high horse. Like it's a that bitch. You know, speaking of that bitch, I was doing a bit of a thing in main Elden Ring where I was trying to make some progress with my Millennia build, and I managed to get to the Hellitree area, but I'm having a bit of a roadblock, and that roadblock is that bitch, because I don't have a fucking high level Ash summon, and I can't really seem to get any summons there at all, even when I play online. And I will say, it kind of bugs the bejesus out of me, because I'm wanting to try and hopefully get to the actual Millennia, maybe kill her ass, but also to don't fucking remind me, okay? But yeah, I was wanting to do a thing where so I'm gonna get to her, and then that boss, try and get that one Ash summoned for the lore of Millennia per se. But yeah. Then again, though, I was also kind of thinking about if I was to maybe have a redo, maybe make it a little bit better, because honestly, the idea was there, but the stats and everything, it felt like it just went all over the place. It was I had went with one idea from something I saw in the YouTube video, and then went with something else and all that. So, but I don't know. Level 6. Whoop, it is now. Guess it won't go here. fair enough. Another day, you magma worm bitch. Yep, me we. Yeah, hey. It's like, yeah, hey. Take that. Alright, we'll go up here. Fucking stuff is here. There'll probably be like some consumables and shit. Ah, lovely. I hit the wrong thing. Game. Oh, went into the ground. No. Once I get over here and fucking die. Oh, there's a Black Knight assassin somewhere. Son of a bitch. And once again, like as soon as I go down, that's when I get a fucking refill on my heals. It's like wow, game. Just wow. I really hate when it does that shit. It's like, oh no, you decide to do a thing. Ah! Yeah, that bitch. Yeah. because it's these fuckers. One of those random bosses that likes to exploit, because they like to go somehow call on their horses, even though they're not allowed. Even though they're not allowed to. Like, you know, they're never allowed to be able to call back the horses. Like, and what I say, like once they're down, they're supposed to stay down. Like, you know, it's fucking bullshit how they can both actually get how to call upon their horses like within like a random ass time frame. Quit bumping. Like, you know, I don't care what anyone says. You know, these bosses are exploiters. You know, they're always some way to get back on their horses, even when they're dead. Get over here, you fucking piece of shit. Quit bumping, you're not allowed to do that. Why are you up? That's not a hit. No, get off your horse. Get off your horse. You're not allowed to come back on. Like, see what I mean by exploiting? Like when the horses are dead, they're supposed to stay dead. They're never allowed to get back on their horse. One of the most idiotic moves that you know the From Stuff has done with these bosses. Like, you know, they're not supposed to do that. And yes, in reality, I know that's how they function, but honestly, they're not really. They should be able to do that. Because all they do, you know, they just run around like chickens with their heads cut off. You know, they try like random ass little drive-bys. Ow! I am one hit. I am 1 HP in a fucking dream. Bullshit, that was a cheat. I don't care what anyone says. That was fucking cheat. Like, I literally hit them with my ultimate and they did not get flinched at all. Like, nah, get that shit out of here. I'm gonna say it again. You know, Knights Cavalry should never be on horses. They're not allowed to ever be on horses. You know, because all they do is exploit the thing, and, you know, and they're pretty much be straight up cowards. Yeah, I will get more shit back as well. Give my shit back, bitch. Meanwhile, back in the Night Rain Ranch. And not really anything good for those seals from me. World Prawn, so if we go foul foot. Well, how dare it let it get, do me like that. I'm away, meat sacks. Oh, Greatsword. Always try and take care of these as much as you can because they can drop shit. Ouch. Ow. And dog. You give nothing. What about you? Oh. Cold like a Kiva. Absolute shit, the lot of yous. Okay, there. I'll show you what they're doing. I'm gonna try and go over here to avoid that bitch, cause fuck that bitch, oh fuck that bitch. Yes, yourself. It's like that's the whole saying goes, oh fuck that bitch, oh fuck that bitch. I wonder if the other Wilder has the remembrance here. Cause I do know that Noclateo is an area. Cause I do know Noclateo is part of Wilder's remembrance. Ouch. You missed. Yes, we're gonna be a boss over her. She's blacked up assassin. Lucky fuck.
lucky shot.
Yeah, lucky shot, you bitch. And up here. And drops down where they went because we was it open? Open sesame. I got a jerk cannon. I was trying to do this. Dang it. Oh well. Oh, willy willy well, Bell. Let's see. Survey says, yep, they have a remembrance. Oh. Nice XP raise. I don't know if we're gonna, I don't think we're gonna have enough time to fight the big boss. Yeah, here. Oh, I got 2 blood taxes. Ooh. Oh, dear God. Baldwin's Sacred Spear. Me? I'm feeling alright. Just kind of curious to see how things are gonna go with, you know, the playthrough and everything. Edge. Ah! Ow. Good him. Alright. Sound like they'd be trying to be frogs. Ow, ow. That's not at the hitting. Get out of the storm. Hey, I said get out of the storm, bitch. Ow. That should not have hit. Bullshit, I was under him, that was a cheat. Fuck you. That should not have hit either. I moved. Stop cheating. Ow. Stop doing that. Well, now I have no fucking heals. That should not have hit. I moved. starts going to use its wings, you know, because can't do anything better with its moves. Seriously, that should not have hit. A lot of them my Ashen War are not going through. Bullshit. Well, it's not that it's saying it's a bad actual war, but it's just like, you know, one of a fucking big ass hitbox. You would think it'd be useful, but nah, I can't really get a fucking hit in. And this is the only this is the only way I'm gonna get any health back right now. Fuck you, game. There was no fucking lightning. Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Thank fuck. All of these are actually pretty nice. I think I might try the stance break. Okay, hopefully this transition doesn't crash or anything. Funny joke. No, I think I'm gonna take that. Wait, what? Is it just me or my fucking like health just like I don't know if my health like it's extended or if I lost like a part or something. What the fuck? Oh nice. I hope it's good chicken, Onyx. I should not have got broken out of that. Let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go. Seriously. Well, it's not poison, but Scarlet Rot's the next best thing, methinks. Ow. Ah! I couldn't do anything because I was fucking stuck in the swiping animation. There we go. Phase 2, ow! I hate the stun, that should not be a thing. Fuck you, that should not have hit. That should not have hit, I was underneath them. Ow. Nope! That's cheating. Leave me alone. Fuck you. Stop doing that. God damn. You're not allowed to do that. I'm gonna go down because I'm literally one hit. Bullshit, that was a cheat. Okay, what everyone says. Well, now I gotta definitely use the blood tax. Yeah. Get your ass.
Hey.
Phew. Gotta love when you're able to take bosses out on the first attempt. Oh god. Imagine having Revenant's starting weapon with Seppuku. I know, right? Fucking, but yeah, fucking, imagine the ability, like, having Revenant's claws do Seppuku, and I just imagine her, so, like, you know, she takes her claw, like, her claw weapon thing, she just stabs herself in the chest, and all that, like, holy shit. Thank you, Nick, thank you very much. Ah, gotta love it. Yeah, thank fuck he was not the Everdark version, because the Everdark version is absolute bullshit. Like the like the fucking Everdark solvent version of Gaping Jaw, when there's his third phase. Oh my god, that's fucking annoying. That's definitely one of the worst. That's definitely one of the worst third phases that they've thrown in this fucking game. You know, so you get the damn tornado and everything like that, and if you don't somehow get to a spirit spring thing like right away, you get stun locked, and pretty much just you get like electrocuted to death until you just fall over and die.
How can I help? When you first awoke, I did not believe you had any recollection of this round table, but we have fought together countless times. Do not be afraid. Remember well that above all else we are allies. It is good to have you once again.
Think of that little thing. It's a good full clip. But yeah, so because I know how somewhat time consuming it can be, you know, trying to like, you know, like do to do an expedition and all that. I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to actually end this stream here. Oh god, Onyx. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream here because I think it's a nice little stopping point. You know, we got the first two bosses done, you know, and everything like that. So hopefully, if everything goes well for later on today, we can be able to do Sentient Pest, and then hopefully maybe Augur. Cause I might try like at most do like a 2x2 type thing. Cause let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So yeah. And likewise to thee, Mr. Onyx. Too. But yeah, so I'll just do that. Just because have him there, so that you guys see him in all his glory. But yeah, so I guess while I you know, wait to be able to do stuff and things in my chat, um, I'm gonna say I can't promise anything, but you know, because like I told Hat, I'm a guy with a lot of free time on his hands, so. But anyway, before I do my ending stuff and all that, I think I talked about this in a couple of places, but we'll just mention it here again. So, I managed to do a little thing where where I have exported a handful of yes, yeah. But yeah, so I did a little thing where I managed to export a handful of my past Twitch streams over to my YouTube channel. Um, there are some of them that are unlisted for right now, but there are some that are live. I'm only trying to do a bit of a thing where it's like I get like where I make like I make them private, like 2x2 wise. So that way I can able to work on exporting more of my past streams and everything like that because of, fucking Twitch with its little, quote-unquote, memory limit, with the volume of, like, how many hours you go to use and all that, which still sucks. So, yeah, basically, if you're on YouTube and everything like that, feel free to check out my YouTube channel and everything. Because I'll be trying my best to I'll be trying to do my best to publicly upload the VODs, stuff that I have unlisted and everything. And then hopefully, like somewhere down the road, I can be able to export more or something. Everything. So yeah. And on a certain Discord and everything like that. I know I haven't been like posting every single thing that I've done, but it's just how it is. I wish I had a fucking bot to be like, hey, there's a like Rumble upload a YouTube video or something like that, but it's whatever. So yeah, pretty much again, just check my YouTube channel from time to time, see if there's any new videos that I've that have been made publicly. Because I tried to learn from the last time, because like I didn't want I didn't want to do the thing of like uploading so much shit to okay, that I don't know what the hell that is, but okay. um yeah, so I didn't want to have a repeat of like uploading a bunch of my past Twitch streams and flooding everyone's sub feed with it, because I didn't want to like have that risk of I didn't want to have like that risk of like people like coming at me and be like, hey, I couldn't be able to see any of my other subs because you spammed a whole bunch of videos and stuff like that, even though like it's not my fault, so blame Twitch. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right there. Basically it had if you want to like do a little like promotion on my YouTube channel, just try to remember that little command, because I did that a while back. So yeah, but yeah, probably after I end this stream and everything, I might probably look and see what else there is to do. So I can be able to like I said, do I don't have a socials thing. Just do Twitter and you're pretty much good, Onyx. Yeah, I got a thing for Twitter and a thing for YouTube, and that's basically the gist of things. There you go. What the fuck, dude? And thank you for doing the raid command. God damn it! Well, the only thing I ask, Alex, is if you do, let me know what socials that you put. That's all I really ask. I'm honestly trying to think, cause normally around this time, like I'd be doing a thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just like like find someone to randomly raid, like from the live feed and everything. Ugh. Well, I'm done. I'm kind of done talking for right now because I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a raid or not. Because like, you know, I don't want to like keep you guys here for too long. But I don't really have anyone in mind for a raid yet. I kind of figured as much, because, you know, timing. Okay, so I think actually what I'm gonna do, I know that was already done, but I think I'm not gonna raid for this one because there's not really anyone, because not really anyone and all that. He must be some guy. He must be some guy. Um, get rid of that. I saw that like the backspace button, but I hit the button next to it. That one slash. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this whole random early stream of Night Rain. I might try and do more of it later on today. Hopefully around my normal time frame. If not, maybe a little later. Um, but Onyx, Hat, thank you guys for and everything for being here and hanging out and all that. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show and everything. But yeah, if you enjoyed what you saw today, for anyone who else is watching and all that, but if you enjoyed what you saw today and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. And if you want to follow me anywhere else, check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all these are good stuff, and feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. And I'm glad that my PlayStation chat actually was behaving itself today because of yesterday, it was not wanting to show a good portion of my messages for some reason. So I had to like fucking use I had to go on my PC side and see what was going on, but what can you do? Anyway, until I see y'all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope y'all have a good week or weekend.